battery's about to die, but doing a training run. We're in the mountains running from our Airbnb to the bottom of the roads, about a half mile, and back up about 200 feet of elevation gain, doing it 6 times. So working on the elevation, doing 70 miles this week. So be posting a few more, recording a few more runs this week on some trails, training for the 100K. Yesterday I did 6.5 miles, about 1,600 feet of elevation gain. Did a pretty steady pace, especially for running the hills. I think I was running like 8:49 average pace. And then my average GAP was like 6 minute, 5 second mile pace. So doing a 10K today. I'm gonna do it at a threshold VO2 max pace, so I'm gonna be trying to push it the whole way. And then tomorrow I'm gonna have a longer run with more elevation gain, and then same Saturday. So that's the plan. Like I said, we're in the mountains here trying to work on elevation gain, training, preparing for the 100K this fall. So we're gonna knock out this 10K. And well, just getting back from my run. Went out too fast. Didn't get a good threshold VO2 max pace in. I did more time in anaerobic and active recovery. So it ended up being more of a speed workout, running fast pace, and then taking a break, walking, running fast pace. My total time was 50 minutes and 15 seconds. Average pace was 8:05. I had 624 feet of elevation gain. Next 2 days are going to be focused on a lot of elevation gain, some longer distance miles. So either Friday and Saturday, whichever days, one's going to be at least 15 miles. The other would be 10 miles, and then that'll give me just a couple miles on Sunday to hit my miles for the week, which is 70. So I can use Sunday as a recovery day. But we're getting the training in. The goal is to win the Looking Glass 100K. So we'll see if we can make it happen. Well, we got 10 miles to do today. Up and down this mountain. Taking it at a slower pace, but focused on elevation and pushing through. So just getting started now. Got this little climb, but looking to do 9-10 minute pace for the run. So probably around 2,000, 2,500 feet elevation gain. So a good effort. I just finished my run here. 10 miles total. Hour 29 minutes and 5 seconds. That's roughly an 8:55 pace. A little over 2,700 feet of elevation gain, so good effort. Push it a little more than I intended to, because tomorrow I got at least 15 miles on some trails I'm going to try to get around 2,000 feet of elevation at least. Again, training for 100K later this fall. Goal to win it. Well, it's the last day of my training here in the mountains. We leave to go home from vacation tomorrow. Just starting out on the Appalachian Trail. Got about a 1,000-foot climb right off the bat up this mountain. Doing Stokoa Gap to Fontana Dam Visitor Center. I think it said it's 15.8 miles. The goal is 3 hours. Well, that climb was brutal. It says like 1,100 feet in the first 1 3/4 miles. So, hoping I'm at the top and this isn't a little ridge. But doing about 20-minute mile pace on this second mile. Sections are straight up. Killing the legs, but walking a little bit of rest, and we're gonna pick up the pace. It's supposed to be a 1,000-foot drop down into the gap, so hopefully I can make up some time. Not much of a view, but the clouds. This is dense. Not very runnable section. Right here. Oh. Not sure where the trail goes from here. Across the road. Oh, looks like another good ascent. Oh, man. First ascent was brutal. I wonder if this is going to be as bad. Oh, son. Here we have shelter. I'm not going as fast as I want it to. So, see if I can do the back half a little faster than the first half. Oh. Well, took a good spill, but it's part of it. Running on these roots, rocks, just also bounce a little and then tripped on a root or a rock. Oh. But it's just a little blood. Little scrape. Nothing serious. Oh. A little over 8 miles. So 7.5 to go. I believe the lake is right down there. Just came over second summit. Catch my breath and try to maintain a steady pace. I think it's all downhill from here. Maybe a few rolling up hills, but I don't think it'd be anything too bad. So, catch my breath and we're gonna roll on probably about 9 miles. So, around 6 or so probably to the bottom. And it's starting to rain. I don't think I'll last too long though. Well, made it to the Fontana Dam AT crossing, about 14 miles. Still got about 1.8 to go, but it's coming a nice shower, so I'm gonna stop right here. Take a break. Can't really see it, that's the lake right there. Trying not to slip and fall on the muddy trail. Should have around a mile or less to go. Oh. Made it to the truck. Don't have service, but it says I did 16.39. Trying to upload, so I'll have to look at the numbers later and I'll update once I can see elevation gain. Pace was around 13-minute miles, so slower than I wanted, but the first climb was probably a 22-minute mile, so that put me behind quite a bit. But we'll look at the numbers and see how we did. Good way to finish off a good training week. Well, down to my last 0.3 miles for the week to get the 70 at a tempo pace. Slowed down just a little bit here at the end. Only had 2.3 today to wrap up the week. Yesterday, I was running on the Appalachian Trail. Did over 3,000 feet of elevation, 16.4 miles. My average pace was around a 13:20, but I did stop for probably 15 to 20 minutes at a shelter because it started to pour. So my moving time was an 11:20 pace, but I did stop on some of the inclines. So I'm guessing around 12-minute mile pace total for the effort yesterday. But 70-mile week, 9,000 feet of elevation gain, around 11 hours total running. So good training week, but definitely need to get better on the inclines uphill. Need to get faster overall if I want to win the 100K in November. So just going faster than I should have. 2.34 miles, 16 minutes 53 seconds, 7:13 pace. But it is what it is. As I was saying, I'm trying to win the 100K. I think to do that, I'm gonna have to be at least 11 and a half hours, if not 11. I think the current course record is around 11 and a half. So that's the goal. Like I said, we're building. I'm at 70 miles a week, 70 miles this week, and then my plan is to get to a peak of 4 100+ mile weeks, roughly 3 weeks out from the 100K, and that'll give me 3 weeks to taper down, make sure I'm recovered optimally. Want to be as fit and rested as possible come November 15th. So that's the goal. We're just going to keep after it, see what we do.